Hey guys, this is Hyper. After a long time, how are you all? I hope you are all fine. On this video, we are going to talk about top 10 upcoming games in 2020 and beyond. In this year, we are going to see some big AAA titles which will define the change of console generation year, including The Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk 2077 and Ghost of Tsushima. After all, the next-gen PS5 and Xbox Series X consoles are still currently set for release at the end of the year. So now we are going to start. But before starting this video, I will request you to subscribe us, and if you have subscribed us, then thanks a lot. So now let's dig in. So the first game from the list is The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 picks up the story of Joel and Ellie 5 years after the original game. While survival in a post-outbreak world still be the key theme of the game, and it will be set at least partly in Seattle. Ellie is seriously pissed off about something in the latest reveal trailer, and the stakes look higher than ever. Originally set for release in February, Naughty Dog made the decision to push back the release date to make sure it's as polished as possible. And we can't wait to reunite it with Ellie and see where her story takes us. The next game is Ghost of Tsushima. Sucker Punch hit us with a quiet surprise when it first revealed Ghost of Tsushima out of the blue, a samurai-led tale of ancient Japan from the studio that brought you the infamous and Sly Cooper series. You play a swordsman known as the Ghost, who's fighting for his life against the invading forces of the Mongol Empire. The story that unfolds is based on real historical events that kicked off in the year 1274. The latest trailer that debuted at the Game Awards 2019 not only gave us a release date, it also showed off some seriously slick combat and a variety of gorgeous vistas in the biggest game Sucker Punch has ever made by wide margin. Prepare yourself for plenty of intense melee combat in a large, open-world take on feudal Japan. Now a game which was revealed 8 years ago, Cyberpunk 2077. CD Projekt Red has given us some absolutely ravishing teases of Cyberpunk 2077 and its futuristic night city, and until we get to play it for ourselves, we will be poring over every trailer and screenshot in search of new details. As a customizable protagonist, you will be explore a dense metropolis from the first-person perspective, a departure from the studio that initially sent some Witcher fans in a tizzy. They will get over it when they dive into Cyberpunk 2077's gun-free world of high-tech weaponry and digital espionage. The following game from our list is one of our favorite games franchise, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's time to make a leap of faith into the Viking era with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the latest entry in Ubisoft's long-running series. You will play as either male or female, a Viking rider who must lead their clan from the icy plains of Norway into a new home in England. This is the Dark Ages though, so England is a nation led by a collection of petty lords and warring kingdoms. Will you conquer this land? You will find out soon. Now a game from our one of favorite movies, Marvel's Avengers. With the voice acting talents of Laura Bailey, Troy Baker, Nolan North, Crystal Dynamics has assembled a stellar cast from the team of Avengers. With a story that's entirely separate to the MCU, we'll be able to play as Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow and Hulk. After being blamed for the disaster in San Francisco, the heroes reassemble when the world comes under a new threat 5 years later. With 4-player co-op, Marvel's Avengers looks to be one heroic adventure. So the next game is from Ubisoft's hacking world, Watch Dogs Legion. Ubisoft is taking the hacking action to a futuristic post-Brexit London. Originally set for release in March 2020, the studio announced Watch Dogs Legion was being pushed back and currently has a vague release date window between the 2020 and 2021 fiscal year. Still, with everything we know about the return of Watch Dogs so far, it certainly looks like it will be worth the wait. One of the most exciting aspects of our adventures in London is that you will be able to play absolutely anyone in the city. Yep, every NPC is playable. If you want to play as a grandma with a teaser, you can. So the upcoming game is Microsoft Flight Simulator. The long-running flight simulator from Microsoft is making a big return in 2020. In fact, if you watch footage taken from flights in-game, it's hard to believe you are not actually watching a real-life flight. The vistas look impressively realistic and capture our world in incredible detail. You will be able to pilot all manner of different aircrafts and set a flight path to any destination in the world. It truly is the next generation of flight simulators and looks like it will be better than ever. The upcoming game from the list is Tell Me Why. Dontnod's latest narrative adventure follows the story of reunited twins, Allison and Tyler Ronan, who have a special bond. Described as an intimate thriller, the twins use this special bond to uncover the mysteries of a troubled, albeit loving childhood. The game is set to explore the idea of memory, and both twins are playable protagonists, which sounds very intriguing. As with past Don't Not games like Life is Strange, you will be able to make choices that shape the twins' story. Interestingly, the story will unfold over 3 chapters that will all release in the summer, so you will be able to experience the narrative journey from start to finish. So, the next game is Yakuza Like a Dragon. Having already been released in Japan, Yakuza fans have been desperate to see a Western release of Yakuza Like a Dragon, and now it's en route. Developer Sega is calling the game an explosive entry point to the series, as it's the first to feature turn-based combat instead of traditional beat-em-up style, a contentious discussion for some fans too. It's an attempt to make this entry more of an action RPG than other series entries, but otherwise, it's fresh slash of Yakuza action with a new protagonist in the form of Ichiban Kasuga, a low-level Yakuza from a smaller family. This story picks up after Ichiban leaves prison after serving 18 years for a crime he didn't commit, and discovers everything's changed, including the family he left behind. So the next game is Outriders. A brand new shooter IP from People Can Fly and published by Square Enix is Outriders. You play as a member of humanity who has had to flee the Earth and has landed on a planet called Inoch, but an immense storm called the Anomaly forces them back into cryostasis. And yet, when they awake, they will find themselves imbued with ridiculous powers. It's Mass Effect meets Doom, and we are so in. So I hope that guys you have liked this video. If you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment down below. And as always, see you soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe, be happy. This is Hyper signing off. Goodbye.
I let the sun go down.